Good morning. So it's morning. It's 6:15 a.m. and I woke up at around 3:30, made some coffee and had it. Now we will make some noodles. So our game is progressing slowly but progressing every day. There are a couple of things that we need to start worrying about. First, we need a particle system. That is, I need to go through the documentation of Hanabi, and I was trying to implement audio. So far I have something in place. We have a background music going on. That is also the update for today. That we have a file, an audio file, music that is going on loop in the background of a game. So this is there, and after the music is done, and so what is to be done in music? First of all, first music is of background. We have background music set. Next we need sounds. Whenever turret spawns the bullet, there should be a sound that feels like a bullet is being fired. Next, there should be a sound of collision between meteorites. There should be a sound of collision between bullets and meteorites. I think that is all. That is all sound assets we need. We already have background music and collision between meteorite sound we will need that asset, and another asset we will need is sound, that is collision between bullet and meteorite, and one sound we will need is going to be for when turret fires a bullet. So three sound assets we need, and we will check how to implement audio system for this in Bevy. So after having proper sound effects in place, after having them, we will be going for some particle systems. It will be good time for learning Hanabi and see its implementation and how we can implement that within our systems. Now, after that, what after that? Nothing. Let's just stick to this audio system first, then Hanabi. But maybe there will be some changes here and there. I will slightly modify or make some more productive changes in the current systems, current way of gameplay. One of them that I've been thinking from past few days is changing the background. Now, why do I say that? Because I simply am bored of the background. Yeah, I like the art style and the way it looks. I actually like it, but I'm just bored of it. I want a system with with 3 to 4 backgrounds, and imagine an array of 4 backgrounds, and we will be choosing one of them randomly every time we start playing. That would be much more enjoyable because each time we will have a random background. The game feel and the environment depends heavily on the background actually. So if we choose to not use the space environment for next background, it may heavily impact the gameplay feel. So two things. First, what I can do is when I'm creating this array, I can actually create an array with some numbers based on some random number generated. We will be choosing a number from the given array or just a random number, not even required an array of numbers, just random number, and we will have uh, vectors that will store these assets. First vector is going to store background images, sprites, and second vector is going to store types of turrets. Third vector is going to store type of space station. And if we further want to extend this, what we could do is to make some more vectors that depending on the environment we are also changing sound assets. So for now I am looking for some assets that make it feel like it is happening in space, mm, something spacey, alien tech, modern. It's like a beam, laser beam, something like that. But if this is happening in a desert, I want it to have a blast kind of effect. The firing of the turret. And if I am doing it in ocean and there is an island on which we are keeping a turret, I want it to sound like a machine gun, an actual machine gun. That way it is going to be, I don't know, better. Maybe not, but that will definitely make our systems dynamic. So every time I'm starting a new game, I'm not aware what kind of environment I'm going to be placed into. Based on this random number generated, this random number is going to be index for all these vectors, and I'm going to use this random value to draw the resources from my memory, and I'm going to spawn that kind of background, spawn that kind of space station, that kind of turret. The entire environment is going to variate just with the start of the game. Each time it is going to be a random value, and this increases the scope, and this also makes our system really more exploratory in a sense, somewhat. So these are some of my ideas. Let me know in comments what you guys think about this. If there are any programmers or artists, so this is going to put me into some deep thinking. I will do it later, that about the art. Now that I have decided that I will be going this way, I will be generating random values, and so now this increases the workload for creating art. Sound assets I'm not going to create. I'm simply looking for free online resources for sound assets, but visuals I am trying to create. I'm using Krita and Inkscape, and yes, these are the tools that I'm using, and I will continue using them for at least for this project. Good enough.